Hello, this is Frances Moreno from Vaco, Los Angeles. This is Global Diversity Month in October, and I want to tell you what diversity, equity, and inclusion means to me. I am with Vaco in Los Angeles because I believe that diversity, inclusion, and equity means that you will be paid fairly regardless of gender, that you will have equal opportunity regardless of sexual orientation, religion, heritage. I'm Mexican-Irish and I am Latinx, and I do appreciate the fact that we accept everyone here in Los Angeles. It is a melting pot, and I'm really proud of our company for standing up for Black Lives Matter and for also making sure that we do the right thing by all parties, because when we do the right thing, we're winning. We're winning because we are one people, and I do believe that our diversity, inclusion, and equity at Vaco is why we've been the #1 best firm to work for many years running. So enjoy Global Diversity Month. We love you. Take care, and we'll see you in LA soon. Bye.
All right, diversity and inclusion, such an important topic, such an important month. I'm glad to take a few moments to speak about what my experience has been working at Vaco, and in particular the LA office. I think it started early on with my first few interviews. I kind of noticed, easiest example is our leadership team, almost all female. Shout out to Steve Smith for being the lone dude holding it down. But not just, mostly female, but also from all different, backgrounds and ethnic backgrounds and racial backgrounds. It's really powerful and cool to see that, and something that I think has been mirrored in our hiring. When I look around our office, I see white people, black people, Punjabi, Chinese. I myself am half Irish and half Salvadoran, and it's really cool to be part of a company whose ethnic and religious and all the little different demographics that you can have in an environment really mirror not just our country, but our community and the city that we're serving, the candidate pool that we interact with, and the clients that I speak with on a day-to-day basis. So thanks, Vaco, Fran, and our leadership team more broadly for making it a point of emphasis. Proud to wear the jersey.
To me, diversity means my voice is heard, my unique talent is celebrated, and I'm part of something great. I was born in Taiwan, grew up in Atlanta, and now live in LA. I've experienced diversity at both ends of the spectrum. I love the phrase, home is not where we live, home is where we belong. At Vaco, we embrace everyone's uniqueness. Together, we can overcome all differences.
To me, inclusion means being empowered. My father is a Lebanese immigrant who married an American woman, making me first-generation American on my father's side, which is not something that a lot of people know about me. And growing up in a household with 2 different religions and 2 different cultures coming together is something that I'm extremely proud of, and that allowed me to really appreciate and love the diversity that others bring to the table in my everyday life, as well as at Vaco.
What does diversity mean to me? Diversity is very important to me. I grew up in a town that had diversity, but it wasn't immersive. So when I moved to Los Angeles for college, I was suddenly surrounded by diversity. Every race, every religion, every orientation that you could imagine. And I think it helped me grow as a person, and it just expanded my world. When I joined Vaco Los Angeles, I saw in the Los Angeles office what I see in LA in general. I think the diversity reflected in the office is a good representation of what you live day to day in Los Angeles. So I'm very, very grateful to be a part of a team that is so welcoming, so diverse, and I am certainly a better person for it.
Hi everybody, my name is Nadia El Badri and I work in the Vaco LA office, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what diversity means to me. I was born in Long Beach, California. You can see it right behind me. And left here when I was 4 years old and lived in Saudi Arabia with my mom and dad and my brother. My dad's actually Arabic and my mom's from Spain. He was a pilot for Saudi Arabian Airlines, and I was there for most of my childhood and teenage life. I lived in a compound full of people from all over the world, the US, you name it, they were there. So I grew up in a really cultural, diverse environment, and my parents really wanted me to hang out with people from other parts of the world so I wouldn't have any prejudices or thoughts about somebody's culture, and I really appreciated that about them. At Vaco, which is one of the best companies I've worked for, and I'm not just saying that to get a raise, I'm able to bring my spirit, the way that I am. I can talk about, I am Muslim. I can talk about my religion or a holiday that I'm celebrating, and I feel people welcome it and ask questions. And although I'm not super religious, I do still celebrate Arabic and Catholic holidays from my mom and dad. And I really do appreciate that. And I think it's great that we talk about stuff like this all the time, because there's people from all over the world that are different in nature, not just religion, in nature, in personality, in ethnicity, in the way they cook their food. So I feel like everybody should, number one, travel the world, and number two, be comfortable in environments where there is multicultural. I think that's it. All right, thanks. Bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is Richard Ball, and I'm from the LA Vaco office. The question that was proposed to me was, what does diversity mean to me? Basically, I grew up in a small town. I didn't grow up with much, as well as much awareness. It wasn't until I was in college and I got an opportunity to travel abroad was the first time that I ever experienced real culture. It was the first time that I was actually immersed in different situations that I never would ever dreamt of doing. And I've been very blessed to have that experience. And it was an experience that opened me up. It taught me a lot about what I didn't know nothing about. It taught me to be a kind of person that needs to understand, and also be the kind of person that leads with example. I really hope that everybody gets a chance for the awareness that I was given. It was an opportunity for me to grow, and I think that a lot of people don't have the opportunity. And, because I seen what that was all about, then I was able to say, hey, I'm gonna go live in Los Angeles, and become, part of something bigger, something more for myself. And I think that learning about culture here, and then learning and becoming aware of the world and who's in it, allowed me to, become something better than I was. And I have much to do to get better. But diversity was the key factor in me not being limited to what, that was, that I thought, I could or could not do. So, that's what it means to me. So God bless everyone, and I hope everyone has a great 2021.
To me, diversity is honestly my whole life. I am Filipino, and I grew up in a family with godfathers and uncles who were Irish, English, Italian. I had a stepfather who raised me who was Argentinian and Spanish, and I absolutely loved it. Being diverse to me means seeing different backgrounds, seeing different religions, points of view, and though, perhaps we're not accustomed to it, seeing the beauty of being different. At Vaco, I think it's awesome because I see this on a day-to-day, both with my internal colleagues and colleagues that I have across the nation. It's amazing to see a melting pot here. And a fun fact about me, though I am Filipino, have some Chinese and other things mixed in there, I did competitively Irish dance for 13 years. So adding in that fun Irish flair into my hobbies was something that I absolutely adored as well.
Hi, I'm Trace Brode, an admin at Vaco Los Angeles and native of Southern California. In response to global diversity, one thought comes to my mind. When I was in school, my sociology teacher communicated about the importance of the melting pot, where differences become less important than unity. Thank you.
To me, inclusion means working in an environment where we truly adhere to all of the core tenets and foster an environment of open communication, resolving conflict quickly, and always understanding and thinking about where someone else's viewpoint may be coming from via assuming positive intent. It's an environment where we can openly educate each other because I believe firmly in always be learning. At Vaco, I can bring my whole self to work, always, even if I might swear sometimes. I grew up in a town of 200 people with absolutely zero diversity, so perhaps that's one of the reasons that I'm very committed to learning and educating myself more about diversity, inclusion, and equity. And I'm very happy to be part of the journey with everybody here at Vaco.
Diversity is having differences within a population, but to me, diversity can also mean having differences of opinion. Inclusion to me means more than just tolerance or being cool with differences. Inclusion is about respecting each other enough to listen to people that you don't agree with, or listen to perspectives that even seem unbelievable in the hopes of actually understanding. Equity takes it one step further. It's about taking initiative to reach across the table and offer your hand to help bridge the gap rather than widen it. My mother is a conservative, dark-skinned Creole that grew up in the South during Jim Crow segregation. And my father was a liberal, Blasian, first-generation immigrant from Korea. I am so happy that I can bring my full self to work at Vaco, where I'm free to share my differences, not only through music and food, but also through perspective.